Hi guys, this is Bloopy here, ready to play Minecraft. I am in my random world with the only chicken left on top of this podium. Hello, Mr. Chicken. So, today is not a random world video, it is in fact a tutorial video in this series called Bloopy's Tutorials. Basically, there are a lot of things that are very difficult to create in Minecraft. You know, lots of redstone involved, maybe a few non-redstone things. But I've decided to come up with a more fancy way of doing some really difficult and maybe some more easy options on building. So first off, we're going to start with the retractable piston door. So a piston door is basically just normal pistons which open a door. But a retractable piston door is where the pistons actually move backwards first and then disappear. So you can only actually see the pistons from the inside. And it doesn't look all messy, it actually fits in with the scenery really well. So that's what we're making today. And so for it we need redstone, a redstone repeater. And you need something to make your door out of, obviously. And I'm thinking, how about yellow stained clay? And then you need something for your piston blocks, just for you to, make it a bit different so you know where your piston blocks are. But you'll understand later why I'm using a different colour. And as you can see, it's getting a bit evening, so time to set day, because I like working in the light. And there we go, I control the sun. It's over there now. So for firstly, you need 4 pistons. You can use 2. But I prefer using 4 because, even it looks cooler. So I do yellow stained clay there because that's what your door is being made out of. Now, if you were using stone, it would fit in with, say, caves, or if you were using dirt, you would use dirt, and it'd fit in with the scenery. But I'm using yellow just to show you how which part of the door actually works. And then I'm going to use polished andesite because it shows the redstone really well. But you can use whatever you want. It's your choice. As long as you use the sticky pistons, there's nothing, there's no replacement for that. So if I put 2 blocks there with redstone on top of them, then I've got to elevate it a bit, and you'll understand why later on. If I go 1 more, then 1 down. Oh, it's raining. I don't like the rain. Weather clear clears the weather. I'm using a lot more commands than I normally do. Then if you continue a bit, but then go down 1 and then back up 1, you also need a lever. If you put the lever and turn it on, redstone there, it should light up. Redstone, redstone. And you basically lead it up to this. Now what should happen is all 4 piston doors shall move as one. Even the bottom 2 should move. If they don't, something's not right. And I don't know what it is. This is how it should be. So that's step 1. I never thought about organising it into steps, but that's how it's going to go. So if you should turn on and off this lever, it should move in and out. Now leave them out, because this is the essential bit. What you now need to do, you need to stand here next to these 2 pistons and put 1 there, 1 there. That should not happen. Right. I have done something. I have done an error here. I have not elevated it enough, and this is why I need to elevate it. You elevate it even more, because it also, for some reason, activates the pistons below it. So if you just connect it up like that, 3 blocks high instead of, 2, then these pistons here should not activate. I hope not anyway. Yes! They don't. So you need to put your redstone, use your redstone blocks, because this is where the redstone's going to go. Repeater there, and redstone there. Now you need 2 more here, with repeater there, and redstone there. now you need 2 more sticky pistons here. So basically you're doing the same thing here, but without any yellow clay blocks here. So you need to make sure you're not going too near this redstone, you need I think I'll put my lever here. You need to dig that out a bit, and then connect it up, like that. So this, when you pull it, should open up both of these 2, or 4 even. And when you pull the lever closed, it should close them without doing anything to these pistons. So now build the same thing on the other side, but this time you don't have to worry about that bridge thing being in the way. So is it 4, then 2, or 4 by 4, and then pit, then lever, and that should work like that. So that has worked. Then this is the bit of the, well, this is where the lever that opens the door comes in, because this should begin like this. This is your starting position, and these two need to be out, I think, like that. So this is the starting position for when your door is closed. This is your closed door. Obviously, it would look nicer once it's all cleared up and looks like a I don't know, wherever you want, a cave or a temple, or you know, whatever kind of build you're going to put it in. You know, in my own little survival world, I built it in a library because it leads to a secret enchantment room, which is nice, but it's quite, you know, you can put it in any different place. It can be your own secret base, you know, your own your creative world that you can convert into survival, and then you can trick your friends by disappearing, like hide and seek maybe. That's what I've used it for anyway. Unless they see the lever, which opens the door, they'll hopefully never find you. So maybe the real task is actually hiding the lever instead of hiding yourself. Okay, so the next bit is... little firework went off there. You need a piston here, and this is where the different coloured blocks in. You can use any block, I'm using that just to show you which blocks do what. So that piston should have that, the piston should be 2 blocks away. Have a repeater leading into it, and I'm going to put another repeater. You'll see why later, and I'll delay that by that much. And then you need to do the same thing up here. So, piston, then block. And you need to build it up. Ah, hello pig, are you interested in the tutorial as well? I've never seen a pig build before, but you know, you can have a go. I've seen Endermen build, so well, they weren't building, they were just ripping apart everything that I had built out of dirt. But you know, you can watch for a bit. Okay, so next, Mr. Pig, we connect up that redstone, and that redstone connects up to that. We need to make sure that this piston activates before this one. And you do the same thing over here. Of course, not the piston facing upwards. And you need repeater. A little less delay than this one. So I think that'll be fine. Get rid of those weeds. And then you need your lever, or where your lever's going to be, that's actually going to open the door. Actually, that looks ugly. How about, yeah, diamond, just because. And I just got rid of my lever in the process. And there it is. So your lever should go there. And you connect up the redstone like that. I'll just make sure that the lever actually works. Yep. Because you can never be sure. And here's what you do now. You divert it downwards. And this is where you build your trench. And you build it over to this bit over here. And you got to make sure it all connects up. Because if it doesn't, then your door's only going to work one way. So a piston door with 2 blocks, so 2 vertical, you would not need this. This is only essential for a 4-block piston door. And it's getting nighttime again. It always seems to get nighttime very quickly when I'm doing videos. So if you lead away your redstone, I'm just going to have a repeater there, because otherwise it might not work. So when I pull this lever, all these pistons should activate, these 3 pistons with the lime-coloured wool on it. I'm going to leave the trench open for you guys, but in the real thing you would cover it up, because redstone does look very ugly. So, moment of truth. There we go. And look, the opening reveals itself. So that is how you build a piston door. But because that was quite quick and it's all working, I'm going to show you what each thing does. The redstone activates this piston, which closes off. I'll just open it back up again. Oh yeah, there's my problem. That piston is pushing away the redstone so that it does not return. That wasn't very well planned, was it? I need it to block this block here. So the redstone is there. Yep, it works. And if I put another block there and put the piston there, it should, yep, that wouldn't push away the redstone and destroy the whole door altogether. Yeah, proof that you should test these things before you cover them all up, because then you'll have to uncover them, as I have done many times, and it is very frustrating. But that was a good check. So this, as we saw earlier, this line of redstone activates these pistons, which pushes the stained clay out. If you pull the lever, this piston turns off the redstone, or prevents it from being on, and those 2 pistons, or those 4 pistons at the back, 2 each side, pull the yellow stained clay back. Now these pistons here are exactly the same, so I only have to describe one of them. Saves me a lot of time. These pistons pull these pistons in. That's a lot of pistons. And because the yellow stained clay has been pulled back, all 4 on each side can be pulled back with it. So if I just turn it back on, these pistons are allowed to be turned on. But if I pull it back, well, click it properly, there you go. And it pulls the yellow stained clay back with it, which reveals your little door. So that's how a 4-block piston retractable door works. So it's actually a lot more nicer when it's covered up. So if I close that, and I will skip ahead of the video to when it's covered up. But before I do that, I'll give you guys a full screenshot view, so that if the tutorial is a bit rushed for you, you can just pause it at this point and then copy from there. There we go. So I'm going to skip ahead now and show you what this door looks like when it's completely covered up. And there we go. So imagine you're just walking past. Obviously, if this was a secret base, you would hide your lever better than I have, but, you know, I've built it like that. So actually, there's actually no trace of the door actually being here. Of course, anyone's going to think, right, the door's going to be here, and you're going to mine through, but you can, you know, build some yellow clay around the area, as long as you don't cover the actual door to make it look like you know, a bit more natural. But of course I've used yellow clay because it fits in with what I've used for the door. But you could use stone, dirt, anything that comes naturally. I don't recommend using sand because it does fall. Cactus wouldn't work. Actually, there's not a lot around that would work. But I would use whatever is in the biome at the time, or wherever you're going to build it. So, what an essential thing is you got to make sure you don't cover up the bits like that block there, because that would cut off the redstone signal over here. So you need to make sure you leave these open. But you don't have to leave them completely open. You've got to make sure that you can cover them up. But as long as you don't cut off the redstone signal, you should be fine. And I've left the redstone here, but you can cover that up as well. And there is my secret treasure room, or my hidden base, or whatever you're going to use behind the piston door. So if I pull this lever, let's hope this works. Well, I got the door in the wrong place, but all the same, there you go, it works. So you pull it again, it pulls back, and lets out the pig. Oh, I didn't know you were in there. I must have walked in when I was building the roof, or the wall. Oh, I didn't know you were in there. Oh, I've let him out now. So, inside can be your secret treasure. I've used diamonds because everyone loves diamonds. And now the moon has come out. So, I shall go and hide in my hidden base until it's nighttime. And, well, it is nighttime. Until nighttime has finished. But, of course, you could then add a lever which thus closes this door by cutting off this signal, which cuts off all of these signals, which that doesn't cut off all of these, which means the door closes behind you. It's very complicated, and for that reason I have not built it. But I might build it in for the next episode just to show you. So, there we go, your retractable piston door is now finished. And if you hide the lever well enough, most people won't be able to find it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So thanks for watching, guys. There I am in my lovely half borderline desert, half borderline plains biome. Thank you for watching, and in the next tutorial episode we should be doing a rainbow beacon, which is kind of difficult, but it's actually not as difficult as it sounds. It's just a lot of work. Like this. This isn't actually that difficult, but it is just a lot of work. So, we'll see you all later for that episode. Bye!